Remember, it's look, Rachel.
I think I
Sometimes
do.
midway through a sentence, I forget I'm doing accents, and I'm like, what was I doing? It's
What
so
was I
hard.
doing
Like being a
again?
voice actor is meant to be easy. Nope, turns out it's not.
Mm-mm.
So yeah,
Well,
use
I just
head
think I
up.
do it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're a skilled professional who's
She's like, yeah,
actually been
this
paid.
is easy. No. I'm
Okay.
lucky if I can speak English, guys.
I
See,
won't even remember my
I,
own
I
accent.
I never have this problem because I have like 3 voices to do.
Yeah, I need to. I'm wearing a dirty shirt. I am going to go and change it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you should be wearing a vest. I
Well,
mean,
we can't tell, so if you're worried
No,
about
you
it,
can because every time I
I,
come up, you see the dot. So
it's always a pun.
you say,
It's
excuse
okay.
me.
You go do that, mate. On stream though, we want the viewers, so just do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Rip that one off.
Only
Du-
hands.
well,
du- 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 du-
He's already taken
du.
off. That was really quick. It's like just
I
boom,
was
straight
not
into show.
I
expecting
know.
that.
I didn't even get to do the song.
So you make your way back to where you remember the pet shop, the veterinary clinic being. It takes some time.
Du- 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 du-
Put it
du-
back on.
du.
Boom, boom, boom. Anyway,
Tell me when I can look.
now his trousers are off.
Hi, if we just don't see underneath there.
Yeah, I can unbutton my trousers again. There we go.
Right.
Why
So,
not both? Just
Yeah,
to the
well,
on.
Who needs to wear trousers sitting like
bit of
this?
both. Bit of
I
both
am
sides.
actually wearing trousers, but
Rachel, remember, as the only female on the stream right now, you are fully clothed all the time. But you don't want to attract that kind of person.
I am. See, I
No,
have
don't prove it. Don't show
No,
us your
no,
feet
listen,
either.
we don't need to see. Oh, see, she's flashed the knee. We're done. That's us.
could be
Right, go
just
on
a
then.
knee a thing.
We've
Right
just went
now,
up
we're
to
just going
12
to get
years. We've jumped from 10 to 12 years, Rach. Thank you. Thanks for that.
right. Just get
Thanks,
ready.
guys. That was nice. Want to make me feel good?
Oh, no.
Hold on. Anyway, right. We'll come back to that's a different
keep going,
stream. That
keep
is
going.
once we hit 1,000
going.
followers, she'll show both knees.
Clothed, fully clothed.
Fully clothed, obviously. Right.
I might show an ankle. Who knows?
Game. Right. So, you make your way back to the I've got its name right here. The Clyde Veterinary Service building. It takes a few hours. Yous are always, of course, listening out. Oh, Minnie's here.
Yay!
Yous are always
Hey.
listening out for the sound
Yep.
of thunder, as it's been described. Yous occasionally come off the road if you hear or suspect you hear something, but yous know where you're going. After the time's up, you see the building on the horizon. I have put it up on the Roll20 for you if you want to look.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I always just find like a random picture of something like there's a building. Is when you
I
type
like
things
it, though.
like abandoned post-apocalyptic vets. Surprisingly, not a lot
Thumbs up.
of stuff you can pick there. It's like, well, here's a house.
Oh,
Yeah, it
yeah.
could be a vet.
Yeah.
Um,
Surprisingly, it comes up as what you were going to say.
Weirdly, I got exactly what I was looking for straight away. Who'd have thought? No. So a building stands alone beside the road. It has an empty concrete area around it with plants starting to go through the cement. A sign, partially fallen down, says Clyde Veterinary Services. It is visible above the entrance. The front doors and several windows appear to be broken down. There are animal tracks around the building. Hey, Mary!
Henry.
Hey!
I'll come back to you once we've done this bit, okay? Everyone knows who you are.
No. We go straight to the box. I want to know what the fuck is in this box. She's back.
No. Richard,
It's a room.
I
It's
want
a
you to
room.
cast your mind back
A
to a
room.
game of Star Wars that we played several years ago. And I never got to find out what was in the box. To this day, I'm not convinced you knew it was in the box.
I know. I knew exactly. I've still got it written down somewhere.
Yeah. I still don't know.
I don't know offhand. I have it written down somewhere.
100 followers, he has to tell me what was in the box. Anyway, it doesn't mind. Right, so, yeah, you just go up to the building. As always, the building has been boarded up and the doors are locked. What would you like to do?
Force my way in if it's locked.
Force your way in. Well, as always, mate, when you're doing a force roll, you're going to need to give me some rolls. So,
course.
Can I use my axe? Can I use my axe to chop some of the wood out of
can
the way to
aid
sort
him
of
if
get
you
some
want.
of this? Yeah.
Giving him an extra roll.
Giving me
Yeah.
an extra die. I'll just put that under.
Whatever you want to stick it under me, that's absolutely fine.
I get you. I'll put it under gear.
That's
Why
absolutely
not?
fine. Yeah.
Okay,
No.
I will go into this. There we go. Oi!
2 passes. Can the viewers see our rolls? Yes.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
do it, but it'll
No.
take a while. Like
No, so
it's
oh
still
no, they
just
can. They
update.
can
They
kind of.
can just
yeah.
see as long as see if you just shout up what you've got. That's absolutely
Yeah,
fine.
that's
Yes,
what I'm
Easy enough.
thinking.
this is.
That's cool. Right, so yeah, you with Flair's help, she kind of weakens a bit of it, and then just using your prodigious strength, you just kind of rip them off, and it leads you into a room. The room you're looking at. Let me make sure I get this right, because as always, I have really well thought this out. Inside the building is a waiting room with sturdy plastic chairs along the wall and a counter. There are doors off the room leading to various areas with word like customer toilet, examination 1, or operating theatre. At the end of the corridor is a room with a sign saying staff only.
I'll go to the staff only. I'll go straight to the staff only room. I'm not a medical guy, so I'll probably not go through any of the
I'll go.
operation theatre.
Yeah. I will go to the operation room.
I
There's
too will go
probably
to the
nothing there,
operation
but
Yeah,
theatre.
I'll unsling the shotgun and just just in case.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Okay, the staff room that you go into, it's separated into some offices. There appears to be a particularly sturdy door at the back of the building which says medical storage.
Mhm. This is
So
staff
you
room,
just
yeah.
the staff room, yeah, it's got there's an office, there's some chairs, what we would describe as cubicles.
Yeah.
And desks, and then at the back of this room there's a large door. Now to us it would look like a kind of freezer door, but to a mutant it looks like a big heavy grade kind of plastic door with an overly large handle with a lock on it.
I'll search for the desks and stuff for anything important before I go and check the door out.
Okay, the desks themselves, they contain stuff you'd expect. There's kind of like various little knickknacks, long run out pens, paperwork, which isn't really your specialty, not for this kind of thing anyway. So just meaningless kind of gibberish on them. Just there'd be a name and then some kind of like discussion
Sausage
about it.
handwriting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, as always, there's some broken computers which don't switch on when you try and switch them on. So to you, again, there's a box with buttons on it that don't do anything. But yeah, you find very little of value.
Fair enough. Check the door.
Now, as you're checking the door, we'll go back to Rochelle.
Yeah.
Rochelle, you said you were going into the operating theatre, is that right?
yes, it is.
The operating theatre itself, it is different than other rooms you've seen. It's all stainless steel counters, stainless steel cupboards, all of which have been opened, and it looks like everything's been taken out of them.
Had a feeling. What is there anything else there, or is it literally just cupboards and doors and stuff?
Well, you spend some time with it, you go through every door, every drawer, and you don't find anything. There's a lot of empty boxes. It looks like at some point somebody came in here and just tore through
Yeah.
everything and ripped it all out. Hard to tell. The place has been boarded up, so difficult to. Well, maybe it was boarded up after it was ransacked. Maybe someone came in and reboarded up. It's tough to tell, but there's nothing of value in there.
I will just go to the next room.
The next room would be the staff room, unless you want to go to the toilet.
Well, you never know what you find in the toilets.
You never know. You go into the toilet. While I'm doing this, Dodger and Bogart, what were you doing at this point?
I was with H.
Yeah.
Is there like a basement or an attic?
Searching around the building itself. Are you checking the inside for a basement? You're going outside. I'll tell you right now, there's no attic or roof space. It appears to be when you go in, you can kind of see most of what's happening in the ceiling. It appears to be solid. At least there's no obvious
What
up there.
basement inside?
You search around the inside area behind the counters, and you don't find any obvious way. It doesn't look like there's a basement in this building.
I'll go to the toilet way.
Okay, so all three of you go into the customer toilet, or you try to. You open it, and there's just a small room with a toilet and a sink. The toilet is it's
God.
filthy, but there's no water in it. It is just a toilet.
You guys, this is the toilet thing.
Oh,
I
I
think you
remember
peed
this.
there.
We found mushrooms inside one of those.
I wonder if there's anything else in this toilet.
Yeah, so you pull the kind of the top off the cistern, not just kind of like there's some dust. Looking down the toilet itself, there's nothing there. It's just an empty toilet, not even water in this. So yeah, there's of course
It
a small
does
waste
not
paper
give you
basket.
presents. This is not what it's for. I thought it might give us gifts.
Oh, those mushrooms were quite beautiful. I'm very
I
sad.
know.
They certainly were. I like the idea that all three of you are kind of crushed into this really small room, just like, oh, mushroom toilet? No, no.
I will check the toilet. There is
As
nothing there.
as you are doing this, you hear a loud rattling sound coming from the room that Ulf went into.
We should make sure
I
of something.
can't move. Can you move over a little bit, Dodger?
On three, we will move left. 1, 2, 3.
Ah,
Right,
6,
I
7,
want
what
a
it
force.
was.
And then we just all fall.
I want a force roll from all three of you to see if you successfully get out the toilet.
I
Nope.
don't. I fall down the toilet.
Nope.
Nope.
This is great.
Come on, Scott.
Yeah, I'm getting a good force roll. Have you seen my scores?
Here we
Mine
go.
was. I didn't have any.
It's fun watching Scott navigate around the screen on the. And he got a fail.
Oh no!
So what happens, right? Is you're kind of trying to maneuver your ways round, and like you're doing that ridiculous thing where you're all just kind of turning but not getting anywhere. Like, everything you do, you just keep getting in each other's way, and then all three of you try to get out the door at the same time and literally bang heads. And unfortunately, the chronicler, being the kind of like the weediest of the bunch, takes the worst of it and cracks his head off the side of the door. He gets a bit of a bruise on his head, a little bit of a dun. Scott, remove 1 strength point from yourself.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
no.
And then you just kind of like all fall
How
out.
many strengths do you have,
I do
Scott?
not
Like
have
2?
much strength and I was already hit.
Nah, me neither.
Yeah, considering he's
like
got a
the-
base dice of 2, I would
Oh,
imagine
God.
it's going to be 2.
I
This is
forgot what we're like.
Yeah.
Real bad.
This is the same group I referred to as an experienced bunch of zone wanderers just earlier on this stream. Yeah, can't get outdoors. You know.
Never do that. Never do that.
Literally. Can I keep my success I got for the 2 successes earlier? Keep one of them for later, yeah?
You can indeed, mate. Yes. Right. So, after humorously being unable to get a door, you just kind of like shake yourselves off, and you just kind of go to.
I don't have
the.
the skill to shake it off.
I mean, you just dust yourself off. You just hold a damp cloth again. Not a damp cloth.
I,
piss stained
I
cloth.
can I use my bone saw skill?
As you go to the back room, you can use your bone saw skill to basically have a bit of a rest of like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Kind of stitch up the large gash in your skull. While you're doing that, you all go through at the back room, and you indeed see Ulf, who is kind of a bit perplexed by this weird door at the back, and is kind of giving it a bit of a rattle to see if it's open, see what you can do with it.
Yeah, I'm starting to open it if I can.
Okay. Now this is a particularly strong door, so this is going to take some time. Now, I believe you've kept one of your force rolls already.
I have, yes.
So you've got a success. Do you want to roll another force roll to see if you can like rip this bad boy off, or you just got to pop it open, or how do you want to do this?
I'm going to try and work out, looking at the handle and that, I'm just going to try and see if I can work out how to open it. Because it's obviously sealed. I don't want to break anything that's possibly inside it. It looks fancy.
That's fair enough. Looking at it, there is kind of like thick hinges on the left-hand side, and a kind of a sturdy hinge system in place. It's been encased in plastic, and then you've got the handle itself, which just looks like a mechanism that you pop open. It needs a key to open it successfully, or you can grunt the shit out of this.
Fuck it, I'll grunt the shit out. Let's force this. Let's force this mother.
But you've already got a success, so this is really just to see how badass you smash it.
That was me doing my heal, I think. I don't know if
That's cool, mate. Yeah, with your heal, you've got a success, pal. So
Yeah, I got success anyway. Yeah.
Scott, yeah, with that,
God.
while they're kind of messing around with the door, you stitch up your head. You have a bit of a rest. You have, I'll say you eat some grub as well. So mark a grub ration off. and that kind of boosts the healing. To those that haven't watched the stream, I don't understand Mutant. Basically, they're pretty hardy things, and as long as they eat some nutritious food, most of their wounds will heal, especially in the strength-based stuff. So you do that. So
Yeah.
make sure you mark off a ration for yourself, Scott. However, you pop off the door successfully. You work out where the handle would pop. It's a stick-strong lock, but it wasn't prepared for somebody like you. What is the weapon you carry? You got a machete or an axe or?
I carry a bike chain. I'm just
Okay.
gonna and just twist it at the handle as I'm going, and then just pull it.
Right, just from sheer pressure alone, then
Yeah.
just these big, thick, strong grunt fingers. And yeah, takes a few seconds, takes a few more seconds, and then you see kind of some cracks in the wall, and then you hear some cracks in the plastic, and you pop it off. And to anyone watching, pretty fucking impressive. And you hear that, which is a noise you recognise. Pre-stream, you found a functioning freezer
We did.
and an old restaurant, which had been turned into a kind of a triage centre. You recognise from that. You recognise the noise from that, and that waft of cold air hits you again. This is a chemical freezer, one that can stay pretty much indefinitely, provided it's not opened and gets a fresh supply of chemicals every now and again. Yeah, and inside there is indeed some things of interest.
Oh.
Who's going to have a look?
Of course, I'll have a look in.
Okay, so
If
looking in,
we've gotten out, then all of us.
No, yeah. I'll say that Dodger. What you do notice is that Dodger's dog. You see, like, his little tail starts wagging, and he runs in ahead of you and goes straight to a. There's a few large bags, and he kind of starts chewing at the side of them.
Maybe there's doggo food in there.
Yes, I'm sure it's doggo
Oh,
food.
dog
Do they
away.
look familiar? Do these bags look familiar?
Looking.
Sorry, Logan. What did you say?
I said I was going to pull dog away and have a peek in one of the bags to see what it was.
So yeah, 3 is going. This is a relatively large room. You can get into this one pretty comfortably. It's quite a long room. Yeah, you'll say there is 3 large bags, and one it says is high protein dog food. So yeah,
It's
the
a
dog
fast, please.
I stand
Sorry.
corrected.
Yeah, so this is it says all kinds of things on the side. One of the labels just seems to list really long words that the chronicler might recognize if you looked at them, but like they've got a lot of X's in them. It's like, okay. And then some words like protein, carbs, that kind of stuff. But mechanically, what you found is 36 rations of food, of grub. However, this is quite heavy. This is going to count as a large item for each bag.
Easy enough to carry for me, surely.
Depending on what you have in your inventory, but yeah, these will take up these. What kind of space have you got left?
I am a pack horse.
I know you're a pack mule.
Yeah.
But what you should have inventory spaces. I believe you have
do.
12.
We could always look for some. We could always look for a
Yes,
bin.
I have a carry capacity of 20, but
Ooh.
I am at 9.5 encumbrance as we speak.
I will say this will take you to just under max.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So if you were to carry
that.
anything else on top of this, this is going to be like, I cannot do this anymore. This is other
Cannot
rooms
fast
gonna-
travel.
Yeah.
Drop
Yeah.
the price.
You're over encumbered. And
Damn
cannot fast
it.
travel.
What's the
So-
least I can drop?
Like I drop at the fork. That wasn't enough. Okay, the plate. Aha! I can run again. So
The
yeah,
bit of
you take-
paper.
Right, so mechanically, you've got 36 rations of food, which, if you take a little bite, it tastes bad, but pretty much everything you eat tastes bad, so it's not any worse than most things.
Yeah.
You also spot a container, a medical container, which says emergency medical supplies on it.
Oh. Can we open it and have a little look?
You absolutely can, yeah. It is 6 syringes of yellow liquid.
Yellow liquid, you say?
If only you had somebody who could identify such things.
Well,
Just
we're
sitting
gonna have
like
to
wrapping things up and going,
Ow,
nom nom,
ow,
eating
ow.
jerky.